Made it to the weekend, adventurers on the rise, solving riddles and casting missiles, throwing daggers at their eyes. If you're into fortune and glory and tales of the heart and soul, finding clues, knocking out some fools, depending on how they roll. It's D&D, yeah, with the Active Square. It's D&D, yeah, with the Active Square. They got the shit and they got the dice, the treasures of the day. Yeah, it's D&D, with the Active Square. We go. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to twitch.tv/VitzPatel. I am your man, Vitz Patel, and we are here with the fabulous Ethnic Squares. Say hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
It's been a hot minute, but we are back for more D&D. I'm sure shenanigans. We've got shenanigans in store. Up first, it's my pleasure to introduce our resident rogue, Iron Ravenoak. Seems like someone is about to lose an eyeball or several today. The best brewer in this or any land, the sharpest wit as they are with their daggers. It's Flora Jessie.
It's me.
How are things?
Things are good. I actually just renamed my daggers left and right eye, so...
Yes! Love it. Next up, it's our Elven Ranger Pavato. When a challenge arises he can't solve with his mind, his longbow and twin short swords are more than enough. Adding a dash of sass to this fine cocktail of companions, it's the wonderful Robin GL.
Hello. It's me.
How's life in the world in the natural zero?
It's good. You can't see it, but I winked at the camera.
Oh, I appreciate that. It is all good. The best bard in the business is up next. No creature can best this elven adventurer sky with a song or their cutting words. The Doctor of Who has a new showrunner, who's more positive than the sound of a PlayStation popping, hosted the phenomenal Locking It Down every Thursday on YouTube. It's a ludicrously brilliant Lucy.
Way! That's the sound of me doing the TARDIS. It's quite a hard
I
sound to make.
appreciate that.
You've got to really go for the sounds.
Brilliant
lungs.
stuff. It's time to cast Rage with the Barbarian Tal'Dorei. Grab your great sword and let's get reckless. With more than enough brains to match their brawn, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, give it up for the marvelous Katie G.
Hey.
How are things?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So the one they call Bolt Reaver should be joining us shortly, and in the meantime, I will be playing the role of the wonderful Neo Ikin, who is Erica's character. But in the meantime, let's click the button and we do the thing for D&D with the Ethnic Squares. So it has been a hot minute.
Did we do Alice's introduction?
Did I not? Oh,
I was
I skipped it.
Did I miss
Sorry.
it? What's happening?
Baxia Monk.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Way out of trouble. Let's hope their coin falls in your favor or be prepared to feel their wrath. My apologies. Bringing a sprinkle of stardust, I love the coins. It's my favorite part of Wales. It's Nerf Alice. Sorry about that. We are very nervous today for many reasons, which Twitch needs to do better with, but we will continue. So, as it's been a hot minute since we have played some D&D to bring everybody back up to speed with the story. So the Ethnic Square set out from the city of Whitestone on the trail of two more of the holy symbols of the prime deities of Exandria, namely Ione the Gnome Mistress and the Raven Queen. They set off from Whitestone and they went through the cities of Westrun, where they sold their bear pelts, and came across a wagon train, which they first sought to loot and then got in trouble with the local authorities. They soon found the attention of the faction of the Clasp, the secret shadowy organization that runs underground crime there in the city, and they met three of the Spiralings, which are the kind of the heads of the organization, who told them of the work of Spiraling Hawthorne, a former head of the Clasp who was so radical with his practices that they were excommunicated, but still commands a large following of beasts and creatures and all manner of evil. So they then ventured forth toward the city of Imon, setting out to the principal homestead of the legendary band of heroes known as Vox Machina. They entered Castle Grayskeep, entered the puzzle set to them by Adam Prince, and then they entered the Athenaeum, the kind of vestige of Ione the knowing mistress. So after many puzzles and a few riddles, they successfully came out with a bunch of celestial gifts. And last time out, they set off towards the city of Imon, the capital city of Tal'Dorei. So, everybody up to speed?
Uh-huh.
Not all around. Okay, let's go. And we'll start off as we always do, before there was some shenanigans last week. Or 2 weeks ago on previously on Dungeons and Dragons. So, the ethnic squares headed towards the capital city of Tal'Dorei, the city of fellowship, Imon. Arriving in the erudite quarter, the party looked to raise some coin to settle their debts to Ione the knowing mistress. Sky played her lute to entertain the academic students of the Alabaster Lyceum, while Iona decided to relieve them of further gold with the delicate art of pickpocketing. With the opportunity to generate income in this part of the city exhausted, the party ventured to the other districts of Imon. After offending one of the bazaar vendors in Abdar's Promenade while trying to sell basilisk fangs, Pavato gave chase to a small child who the vendor instructed to spread word of their behavior. The Elven Ranger was not successful as the child sped away. The party did find a trader who would take the fangs, and then they decided to grab a drink at the Laughing Lamia Inn. It was here where they noticed two archaeologists discussing their recent find of ancient dragon egg fragments. With a successful stealth check, Iona eavesdropped on their conversation. Rather than engaging the duo in a conversation, the party chose the way of crime. Splitting into two teams, they planned to steal the egg fragments and obtain information on the location of the dig site in the hopes of finding an intact egg of the terrifying Thordak, the Cinder King. While the stealth element went smoothly, the intimidation tactics used resulted in an emotionally scarred archaeologist with soiled underwear. Among the screams for help, the archaeologist did divulge that the dig was officially sanctioned by the palace. The ethnic squares soon scattered and later reconvened in the Laughing Lamia Inn to reflect on their afternoon. Any questions before we start up?
I would just like it on the record that we were not told that they were archaeologists before
No.
we started this.
All good. All right then. So let's continue with episode 14, Across the Ozmit Sea. So you all rise from a somewhat troubled sleep, with various amounts of guilt playing on your minds over the events of the previous day. After breakfast at the Laughing Lamia Inn is cleared away, your bill for accommodation is slid across the bar in Badra's direction. The total comes to 17 gold pieces for your room, meal, and drinks. I'm sure when the one they call Rahula Hoop joins us, we'll be able to let him know. Cool. So what are your thoughts?
I mean, Pavado has a few ideas.
No, I don't. Do we want to go check out the place that these guys were studying at?
Okay, so they were studying at the actual inn that you're staying at the moment. You could go back to the kind of homestead of one of the archaeologists, for you don't know where the other one went after Team Stealth successfully.
Yeah, but weren't they working as archaeologists somewhere?
Yeah,
yes.
We could try and find out where the dig site is.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Sure. So you know that it's you know that they mentioned something about the palace last time out, and pretty much that's the only lead that you have to go on.
I mean, if it's an officially sanctioned dig site from the palace, then probably some other people besides the poor archaeologist we told them that knows about it. Like,
do we want to go check it out, or do we want to?
Hell yeah, we want to go check it out. We want to find a dragon egg for Pavato because he speaks dragon.
I do speak dragon.
Brilliant stuff. So, what are your immediate thoughts? As in, where would you like to go next? Ethnic squares.
Can we ask the barkeep if they know where the dig site is? Because they seem to be the kind of people who just know these sorts of things. They have their ear to the gossip of the land.
Sure. So you sidle up to the bar and you say,
"Yo, barkeep, what's up? I'll hook you up with a good deal on beer if you can tell me where the dig site is."
Yeah, so the barkeep like puts down his flagon and his tea towel that he was just mindlessly cleaning away, and they say, "What dig site? I don't know anything about no dig site. We're here in Abdal's Promenade."
So you know nothing about an officially sanctioned dig site from the palace.
No, like I said, if there's movements going on here in the market, it reached my ear. I hear you guys. Well, the descriptions of of you and your band banded around about one of my more frequent patrons who you may have offended yesterday. That's the only word that's reached my ear.
Whoa. I take
Offended.
great offense to that. What kind of gossip?
You may need to slide some coin his way to extract more information.
All right, guys, what do we want to do?
I mean, we could go back to the district that had all like the learning people there.
Yeah.
Maybe ask some
they might
questions
know
there.
something. Mhm.
Maybe there's a school of archaeology building.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can like
Mhm.
pretend to they're meant to be there, like they've just been transferred from a different site or something, and
Mhm.
get some info.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the smart people district.
Okay. Great. So we will go through all of this. So the smart people live in the erudite court. Is that where you'd like to go?
Yes. If that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way over there, and you find yourselves, in the vicinity of the Alabaster Lyceum. We've got the giant pyramid that was used to house all the teleportation circles to get people around. What is it that you'd like to do?
I
Are there
am but a
any-
lost archaeologist.
Are there any people wearing similar clothes to the two archaeologists around?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 23.
There are not. So from what you recall last night, the archaeologists themselves, they were just in normal looking gear for what they were. They weren't necessarily wearing a uniform of any sort.
That plays better for us because that's easier for us to pretend that we too are lost archaeologists.
All 7 of you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not all 7 of us. But I feel like I could get away with it.
Okay.
Are there any people around that we could ask for like directions or to try and find out where the dig site is?
Sure. I mean, there's plenty of scholarly people around, and they're just moving in between like the Lyceum and the giant pyramid from time to time. They're those kind of people, but you're more than welcome to try your luck with those.
What do you guys think?
I say we ask someone. Someone's got to know something about some dig site somewhere. I mean, it must
Yeah.
make a lot of noise.
Wait. Okay.
Can somebody
Yeah.
remind me what the pyramid is and what the Lyceum is?
So the Lyceum is the kind of like the wizarding school of Tal'Dorei,
Okay.
and that's where Kane studied,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
and all the rest of it. The
Cool.
correct answer was who, Robin. The correct answer was who. And then the pyramid itself is the Traverse Junction. So that's where people can kind of teleport to various different parts all across Exandria, but
Oh,
costs
okay.
a fair few thousand coins each time you do it, to especially get all 7 you across, say, the Ozmit Sea.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Shall we try and ask somebody at the Lyceum? Wizards know stuff.
Sure.
Okay, so you walk up to one of the scholars, and they're wearing kind of blue robes, like a royal blue robes, and they have intricately framed spectacles on, and they say, good morning. What can I do for you today?
Good morning. I'm so sorry to bother you. I'm terribly, horrifically lost. I'm supposed to be at a dig site, and I cannot find my way. Do you, by any chance, know anything about it?
They turn to you and say, Is this an official government contract?
It is. I believe it's officially sanctioned by the palace, and I've just gotten myself all sorts of lost.
Yeah, so I don't know of any dig sites around here, but then your first port of call would be go to the palace, right?
That's a good shout. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And they give you a bow and they go about their day.
I think we should go to the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head over to the central district.
Hang on, what's in the temple district?
The temple district, we can see. So, here we go. So the temple district is located on the northern side of Imol and acts as a religious center with many temples dedicated to the prime deities. The large cathedrals in the district are those of Erithis and Bahamut, though there are also smaller temples to the Raven Queen, Pelor, Cord, and Melora, and two places of worship for Ayun, Avandra, and places of worship for Ayun, Avandra, Corleon, and Serenray.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
So
But
if you wanted to settle your debts with Ayun, the Gnome Mistress, you could do so here.
I think we
Okay.
need to settle out that, and then maybe something favorable can help us find this dig site.
Sure. Are you
But,
aware of
I
how much
mean-
coin you have?
I know that we definitely had enough to pay it back because I stole a hell of a lot of coin.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
But as Rahul's not here, we should probably wait for him.
Okay,
To
so I
double
believe
check.
you are 220 in
In
arrears.
debt. Yeah.
Okay,
We
that's
are.
fine. So if one of you makes a note of 220 negative coins, and then
Yeah.
we can do that. So the other
We also
area
had
of
to pay.
interest,
We just had to pay 17 for the
yes.
Yeah.
bill as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is
so
there going to be
the
a future
other-
episode where we all have to get jobs in order to
Yeah.
get our money back?
We all start working at the equivalent of McDonald's.
Yeah, it's a fast food chain.
Mhm. So the other area of interest here in the temple district, as we welcome
Oh,
the one they
speak
call
of the
Rahula, who-
devil.
Rahul!
how's it going?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I was taking a nap and I just.
Hey, you're fine.
I have no
the
good
talk of money.
excuses. I was just taking a nap and I fucked up.
You're fine, buddy. So to bring up to speed, we have woken up the next day in the Laughing Llama Inn in Abdar's Promenade. Various amounts of guilt going around the party over the events of last time out.
No.
No.
And the party have collectively decided to find out more information about the official dig site itself, where it might be. They have elected not to go towards the house of the archaeologist who you guys terrified and terrorized last time out. So
Terrorized. Come on.
the man
That's
soiled
a
himself,
bit-
Rahul.
It's a bit strong, I think.
So you made the party made their way over to the Erudite Quarter, and they asked some scholars at the Alabaster Lyceum, and they directed them towards the palace. In the meantime, Bavato wanted to see what was knocking around in the temple district, and here we are. So there's very different temples around dedicated to the various different prime deities, all of which are listed here, and then you guys decided that you were going to settle your debts to Ayun, so you are 220 gold pieces down from wherever you were at. So treasurer, this is where you spring into action, and
I'm just getting my character sheet up. One sec.
sure.
Also, I'm feeling like
And
this is
your
very.
stay at the Laughing Llama Inn ran you 17 gold pieces.
Okay, 70 gold. This is looking very Zelda-esque to me. You know, just like, oh, we've
Yep.
got Ayun and Avandra and these 4 deities. We've got 2 of the statues out of 4. I wonder what the next thing could be.
Well, you've only.
I mean, doesn't Camille
That's it.
have
So,
7
so
gray?
220. Sure does.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah. So 220 down for settling your debts with Ayun, and then 17 gold pieces worth for settling your bill at the Laughing Lamia Inn. So the other area of interest here, while Rahul does that, is the God's Brawl Ring, a fighting arena located within the Temple of the Storm Lord,
Ooh.
otherwise known.
Wait, I'm sorry. How
Brawl.
much gold did you say?
So 220 and then another 17.
Okay, guys,
237.
I'm just warning you. We have 13 gold left.
That's okay. We can still hit up the graveyard district later tonight.
Yeah.
There was also a backup McDonald's discussion,
Yeah.
if necessary.
But it sounds
Uh-huh.
like there's a fighting arena here. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
some tanky guys, you know?
Oh yeah, I am so on board for a fighting arena.
Yes.
Really into gambling.
So
I
yeah.
am
You
weak
could bet.
for
You could
gambling.
bet all your money on one of us. And
All
we're going to
17
Yeah.
of
Or
them.
against
Yeah.
us. We
Sorry,
could
we've
set up
got-
an illegal.
We've got 21 gold and 13 silver.
Okay,
That is all.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
We're
fine.
rolling in it then.
that's fine.
So yeah, there is a fighting arena located within this Temple of the Stormlord. So every day on the day of challenging, a tournament is held here, known as the God's Brawl. However, this for the time of year that it happens to be, you're around about 7 months out from the day of challenging being here.
All right, we're coming
Uh,
back 7 months later.
Yes.
Make a note in your calendars, guys.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hey Alexa, set a reminder for 7 months.
All right. So I guess we're gonna head over to the palace, and I'm gonna try and ask again, as my poor lost archaeologist self.
Sure. So heading over to the cloud top.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way over to the cloud top. So just to recap, so crowning the hill at the center of Imon is the cloud top district, home of the city's government and nobility. Surrounded by 100-foot high walls acting as a secondary line of defense, the district was heavily damaged in late 810 PD post-divergence during the Chroma Conclave attack as Thordak the Cinder King made the district his roost. So here you've got the Palace of the Sovereign, where the Sovereign used to live. It was destroyed. It's in a state of being rebuilt. At the moment, you've got the Citrine Garrison, so the hub of military planning here within the city. We've got the Ivory Tower, where you went to see if the Arcanist Allure of Asoran was in. She was not. You've got the Skyport here, where you could possibly charter a skyplane over to across the Ultimate Sea towards Isilra and Vasselheim, of the kind of next location you're going. Yeah, so that is around about it.
Cool.
So as you enter there, can I get one of you to make a perception check, please?
Who's got good perception?
I get
I got
plus
Not me.
Oh, I've got advantage and +5.
Oh, go for it.
Alright,
Cool.
here we go.
I think I had +10.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I got 13 +5. So that was 18. And then
Okay,
That's pretty good.
great.
yeah, that's fine.
So, you, Badra, you spot the archaeologist from last night.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you
no.
spot one of the crown, or a group of. Sorry, what I've got down here is a platoon of crown guard. So the lead guard, and you can tell he's the lead guard. He has a fancier hat than all the rest of them, a few extra feathers on there. So he's now handing out pieces of parchment to the rest of the team as they make their patrols. And yeah, that from your from where you are at the moment, that's all you can make out.
I would like
Team
to
intimidation.
try and get one
Yeah.
of these pieces of parchment. Just to see
Okay.
what's on it.
Should team intimidation wait outside?
Yeah, like intimidation just back up.
Good old team intimidation.
I'm also leaning so hard onto my cane. I'm making myself look as old and withered and
Yeah.
like as possible.
You're doing, yeah, you're doing Gandalf with Edoras, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because he's walking up with his staff. Okay,
Who would not
good to
part
know.
an old man from his stick?
That's it. So, Ayana, what would you like to do?
They're just handing these pieces of parchment out to just anybody, just to people.
No, just among the Crown's Guard.
Oh, just
So
among
there's
them.
roundabout, so there's
Oh
roundabout
no.
like 15 guards at the moment. They're all being held.
It's
handed
just
like
like,
pieces of
I
parchment
don't
out.
like the sound.
Descriptions at us.
It's gonna be a fucking wanted poster with Badra's face
Yeah.
on it.
What did he do?
There's
Just
three
ran to the side of the
people in
aisle.
team intimidation, and I was
Yeah,
just
I'm,
a
I'm
lookout.
worried he's going to be a wanted poster for the only turtle in the city.
Maurice just fashions a bandana and puts it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they're only going to the
Fake
ground.
mustache, the works.
Can I try and steal one of these pieces of paper from
You
a
surely
grounds
can.
guard
So,
that's not paying attention?
okay, so you make your way up to one of the Crown's Guard. You tell him for a couple of minutes just to make sure that his patrol route isn't in like line of sight of anybody else. Can you make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage, please?
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
He's holding this thing in, like with both hands.
23.
Okay, so even with that, you manage to you fish out a piece of parchment that you have on your person, and you silently swap it with the piece of parchment that he's holding.
Perfect.
Love it.
Okay, great. So, what else would you like to do?
I'm gonna look at this while getting back to my party members who are waiting outside and nowhere
Sure.
near. the
Just
grounds
loitering.
guard.
Okay, so yeah, it takes you a few minutes or a few seconds to go through what the actual parchment says. It is indeed detailed descriptions of each and every
Oh,
one
no.
of you. For the archaeologist has
no.
sketched a crude drawing of all the people involved last night.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
We're fucked, guys.
No.
But
Right.
is the sketch is just for half of us, right? Because
Yeah,
it's just
because
yeah.
surely
No,
it's just team
everyone
intimidation.
everyone who was in that aisle.
No, because
Right, this
I
archaeologist is fucking with
refuse,
us.
Because
Yeah.
like I helped him out of that situation. I got him home. You know, I came in and broke up the party. I cannot be part of this.
This is sadly
But
not how he saw
you
it.
might still be wanted for questioning though.
Yeah, exactly.
Questioning I can deal with.
How
How
many
detailed
guards are
is the
there?
poster?
Yeah.
But yeah,
the
there's
only turtle.
yeah, so there's 15 guards to begin with. However, like a few of them have got extra stacks of these pieces of parchment, and then they are set to kind of distribute them like from the middle of the Cloud Top district across pretty much the rest of the area.
Can you use fire hands on them pieces of paper?
Yeah.
No.
Is anyone in the party really good at forgery?
What would
Ooh.
forgery come
What-
under?
Perception?
I don't know. I think if you've got, I think a forgery kit is a specific thing you can have.
It is, yeah. So it's to do
Um,
with like calligraphy and all that jazz.
Damn.
Yeah.
No,
just
but I can't
thinking-
speak with plants. If that's,
Okay.
if
I've
that's-
got a
I just-
bottle.
I
You find
speak-
Pavato
I
finds
just
some
speak
ivy
with
growing
animals.
up a nearby building and says, "Hey, don't snitch on us."
I have a disguise.
Wait, do I need to
Sorry.
cast for that? Or
No. So paper, parchment made from plants.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just checking Neo's character sheet, and they do not have a thing to suggest they would be good at forging.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a disguise kit. Maybe there's something I can do to try and help us
Sure.
or somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes equipped with hair dye and some small props
Okay.
to help you disguise into your physical appearance.
Sure.
I should
Okay.
have one of
So,
those.
if you want to go down that route, Sky, what describe your new visage?
Okay, I'm kind of now wearing a top hat with
Okay.
a twirly sort of moustache.
Oh.
Sure.
I
Mr.
look-
Monopoly, got it?
yes, maybe. But I also seem quite mysterious and oldie worldly, like one of the archaeologists might enjoy talking to.
Sure. Okay.
That is amazing.
So shall I just saddle up to one of
How
them?
convenient.
Okay, so who are you talking to? Are you talking to the
Oh, yeah.
Crown's Guard? Are you trying to get close to the
Yeah, okay. So
archaeologist?
you've got to brief me on the mission, and I'll do the script. So,
All right, so-
darlings, what am I going to say?
Sky, we want to find out where the dig site is because we
Okay.
want a fucking dragon.
Hang on.
Okay.
Why don't we get Sky to lure all the guards away and tell them that she
Okay.
saw all of us hanging out on the other side of the city,
Oh yes, be the
Ooh.
That's
performance of a
way smarter.
lifetime. I do a distraction.
Okay,
and tell
so
them to bring the archaeologist as well.
Yeah, the archaeologist is needed over there for to be able to.
Katie, feel free to correct me, but I believe it takes a little bit of time to prep the disguise, right? It's not something you can kind of click your fingers. So we'll say it takes
Yeah,
around about
because
20
there's a
minutes
spell.
or so,
There's a
right?
spell. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there is a spell that's instant. I think if you're doing it physically, it'll take time.
So we
Well,
will
I'm just
say
going to
that.
use the power of acting. I am a bard after all.
Yeah,
Sure
but you've got
are.
to, you've
Yeah,
got
but
to
you
put
also
your
need your
disguise
disguise.
on.
Oh
If
yeah.
you- I think what happens, Luce, is if you don't like take the time to do it properly, your mustache is gonna like
Oh.
fall off halfway through your
Oh,
conversation.
yeah. I mean, I was just going to paint it on.
I have a bottle of ink.
So we will say that
Wait.
in the 20 to 30 minutes it takes you to prepare your disguise. So you are now, you are definitely
Don't be all
considered
for Bane.
disguised. However, I think it would be safe to say that more of the pieces of archers have been distributed amongst the Crown's Guard
Okay.
during that time.
All right. Is it now or never time to do something?
Yeah, you go tell the Crown's Guard that you think you've seen us on the
Okay.
opposite side of the city.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
Mhm.
just hide in the bushes. I'll see you guys in a bit. Right. So I'm going to walk up to the guards, but somewhat far
Sure.
away so that they still can't see me 100%. Oh, for shame! You won't believe what I've just seen. It's them, the people, the Adling Squares. I've just seen them across town doing all kinds of devilish things. I feel like someone else may have soiled themselves as well in their attempts to try and gather more information. You have to stop them, please, guards,
So
guards.
one of the Crown Guards like breaks away from his patrol route and comes dashing over and takes a second to take in of his arch. My good man, what did you say? The ethnic squares?
Yes, I was just performing as I normally do on a fine Sunday afternoon on the other side of town, and those ruffians walked in and started roughing up all the people. I ran over here as fast as I could because there were no guards. Please sort it out, my dear friend. I worry for
Could
them.
you describe them for me?
One was a turtle.
Oh, it's them. Let's go.
Please hurry! My friend Jeffro is in great peril.
Okay, so they take a moment to make a note of the name, the ethnic squares, for they did not know that name before. However, I think any kind of establishment you may go into in the future under that name
We could
might
never
be a
come
bit
back here.
tricky.
We leave and we never return.
While this is going on,
so-
Bardra is like we're all in the bushes, right? I just whisper
Uh-huh.
to the rest of the party, like, man, she's pretty good at this acting.
Yeah, but she keeps telling everybody our party name.
Think of a new
It wasn't in
name,
the
maybe.
script.
Okay, so-
Guys.
So the Crown Guard takes that information and goes back to the rest of his platoon and tells them what they know. So they all now know that the kind of description matches the kind of events of last night, and they now have the name, the ethnic squares. to go
Actually, it
along
might be the
with it.
ethnic circles. They're very, very similar. I don't want you to be confused.
Thank you for your service.
No
Sorry
worries,
to
it's
give you
your
away.
circles.
So ethnic
man.
PlayStation sacred symbols. That's what we were looking for. Could be a triangle, could be a square, could be a circle, could be an X. We
It's
don't
be
know.
like that bit in Shaun of the Dead, you know, when they're walking down the alleyway and they see the doppelgangers themselves,
Yes.
like the ethnic circles. And they actually just again.
In Bizarro universe.
Yeah.
Okay then. So the Crown's Guard have been informed somewhat more of who they might be looking for. What's your next move?
Are they leaving or?
So they've kind of gave the information back to the lead Crown's Guard, and he's he's therefore dispatched another platoon to go check it out in the cemetery district.
Oh no.
But that sounds like there is still Crown's Guards here.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, this is like the palace of the sovereign that's in this district, right? It's like the most kind of prized kind of buildings here. So it's not like you're gonna get the whole of the security to kind of go to one side.
Ah.
I should have used one to
I
slice
mean,
the in.
you offers to cast like thaumaturgy and all the rest of it, but yeah, she takes another second to think. Right, I can't distract all of them.
So we're still not sure the dig site is here, right?
You do not know that. You know that there's a crater to Thordak here, but you like the entrance to it is barred and kind of locked away, and but you don't know that that's the actual entrance. It just happens to be a crater where he first landed.
Okay.
Are there any plants around?
We're in some bushes, Pavato.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are in some bushes.
Charm these
What do you
bushes,
know?
Pavato.
If we can, I've got a new ritual spell,
Sure.
which is commune with nature.
Oh.
Nice.
But it doesn't really work in town. It's gain knowledge of the surrounding territories, but doesn't function when nature's been replaced by construction. In the
Sure.
outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you.
Yeah, so in
So
this
we
district,
could-
everything is like
yeah.
expertly manicured. So like all the bushes would have been planted by design and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
I can speak with plants.
Maybe
And
the bushes have overheard something
Okay,
about
so
Yeah. Like
Pavato,
exactly.
what do you, is it 3 questions you get to ask them? I'm not sure how.
No.
What?
You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day,
Okay,
getting information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances.
okay, great.
So I'm going to
So-
cast that.
Yeah. At what
And
level?
then-
Or is it cantrip?
It's the 3rd level spell.
Okay, great.
I'm going to cast that, and I'm going to ask this big bush.
Okay, Nuo like elbows you in your ribs for a moment and says, "Be sure to thank the bush for letting us hide in it
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Get on his good side."
Hey, come on, mate. Thank you for
Oh,
giving
nice.
us cover. How's it going? Any broken branches today? No? Good. Do you happen to know if there's another entrance to the crater around that archaeologists use?
So you see the branches kind of shake from side to side in kind of a no action.
This is the image in my head.
Yeah.
All the leaves just go like this.
They can't speak.
Orange.
I give them a
Fuck
ability
you.
to speak. They can talk.
Tell me what you know.
Yeah. Neo just like conjures a fireball in a hand. Speak up! You better speak up. Yeah, these plants don't know that kind of information.
Okay.
Like to be fair, these like plants are a good few 100 feet away from kind of the entrance to the gates of where the crater is. So
Fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, some archaeologists might have stopped in the sunshine
Yeah, exactly.
next to these bushes, had a bit
Yeah.
of a chat. You never know.
I'm pretty sure that's
He's
exactly
talking to
what happened,
himself.
to be honest. Yeah.
Dear Bush, have a good day. I'll talk to your Bush friends later.
You wrote a letter.
Uh-huh.
Dear Bush, have a great day. Yours sincerely.
Is the war treating you
The-
well?
The bush replies and kind of asks you if you could spread the word to ask the people not to pick at the berries until they are ripe.
I will. We'll do, Bush friend. Say hi
Hey,
to your
good
mother
stuff.
for me.
Word to your mother. He says, "Word to your mother."
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, guys. What are you thinking? Is it time to let this side quest go?
I turn to the rest of the part like, hey, this Bush
Potentially,
knows
yes.
nothing.
Yeah, I feel like we should just get out of here. Because
Yeah,
probably
we've
gonna
made
get
too much
found
of a
out soon.
mess.
Can we wait until nightfall?
Well, the problem is that we were going to wait till nightfall and go rob the graveyard district, but Sky sent all of the guards over there. Our DM really doesn't want us robbing this graveyard.
Or getting into this dig site. Or crater.
So what are
Right.
you thinking?
Should we just move on?
We
Yeah.
still need
Make a
money though
swift
to
exit.
charter a ship, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Neo suggests, why don't we head over to either the Skyport, or we go to the Port of Imant and see how much a passage is going to be.
Yeah, maybe we can work on the ship, like wash the dishes or clean the deck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go do that then.
So would you like to fly there, or would you like to sail there?
I feel like sailing's got to be cheaper somehow.
No, but we're gonna pay our way through labor, so we might as well do it in style and fly there.
Exactly.
So Badra, you know that the obviously you guys have crossed the Ozmit Sea before, kind of thing. So
Mhm.
you take a moment to explain how that it's around about a 4-day voyage from where you are at the moment, and so it's not like a cruise where you can work like 2 weeks and there's only a finite amount of work you can squeeze into those 4 days to kind of work up enough chores to kind of pay for your tickets. So there
How
will
does
be some
flying work?
gold.
We don't have to dress up as air hostesses,
Airships.
do we?
No. There are airships that you can rent.
Oh, I see. So I was like,
No, there is no need to like service the crew or anything like that. No, it's like it's fine. There are like
Service the crew?
there are passenger vessels. They just happen to be for
Service
more-
the crew. That's a interesting choice of words.
I think that's illegal in this part of the district.
But yeah. So yeah, you can inquire at the Skyport, or you can head down to
Do
the
we
Port
think
of
the
Vermont, which is up to
Skyport
you.
will be more heavily guarded because it's more fancy?
The Skyport is in the Cloudtop district. I will say that much.
Yeah.
Let's
Should we
get
just
out
go
of
with the
here.
boat then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try and get a
Probably
boat.
wise.
Cut is like let's skedaddle.
As we're
Uh,
walking there, can we make sure like we're not being followed or like no one's clocked
Sure.
us?
Cut, make a perception check for me, please.
23.
Okay, great. So you take you kind of head at the rear of the party as you walk out, and you're looking over your shoulders and around corners to make sure you're not being followed. And yes, you are not being tailed at the moment, so that is all good. So to the Port of Imant, or would you like to look at anywhere else?
Nah, let's go with the port, I think.
I mean, I really wanted to rob the
Can we
cemetery.
just have a look at the cemetery? See how
Right,
many
sure.
ships
You
you
Scope it
absolutely
out.
can do.
Let's see where we're at.
Yeah. Okay, so a small district on Umon's west side, the cemetery district, is dedicated to interring the deceased of the city. Rows of gravestones set on hills are sectioned off by iron fences, and mausoleums dot grassy hillsides. Catacombs were dug beneath the district as surface space grew limited. Upkeep of the graves is overseen by a guild called the Grave Watchers. There's a few points of interest here. We have the Undervaults, which is the sprawling network of catacombs beneath the district. We have the Diamond Nest Tavern, so mostly dedicated towards the working class of the district. Sky and Ayana, you know of this tavern well, having conducted. So Sky, you conducted most of your research here, and knowing it to be a front for an entrance to the class tunnel network of tunnels. And here we also have the Tomb of the Last Sovereign, so the final resting place of Uriel Tal'Dorei III, the last ruler of the Kingdom of Tal'Dorei. Built at the request of his wife Salda, the monumental tomb holds not only Uriel's ashes, but also tribute to those who loved him. Ethnic squares, what would you like to do?
How many guards are in the cemetery? What are we
So
looking at?
there's a few members of the Grave Watchers, and they're usually like tending to many of the gravestones, cleaning them off, tending to the flowers there, that kind of thing.
But no King's guards.
Not at the moment, but yes.
They've moved back on. They didn't see
Yeah.
any of the ethnic circles here.
Or triangles or X's.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Cool.
What do we want to do? You want to inspect some graves? Or...
Maybe
I
we
mean,
find out how much it's going to cost, and then we can plan
Yeah.
how we're going to get that money accordingly.
I think so.
Robin,
Yeah.
can't you just ask a tree or something, like if there's any good stuff in the cemetery to nip?
Yeah, could do.
To the roots, no.
yeah.
Like, yo, trees. Anyone buried anything good recently?
There are absolutely trees in the cemetery district amongst all the graves.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm also conscious
enough.
that it's a level 3 spell slot you just
Yeah.
so we don't want to waste those. But
Like I just did.
no, but the bush
Alright.
was the bush was a good shout. You never
Yeah.
know. You just
No.
never know. You know,
You
what,
really
what
don't.
we could see.
A
Alright,
bush is a
let's-
bush, but it can also
Do we
be.
think? Is it possible that if there are catacombs underneath,
There are.
that they could be spreading to other parts of the city?
I think so.
Mm.
Potentially.
Like to the dig
Um,
site.
Yep. The Paris
Ooh.
catacombs are pretty big.
But not in Paris anymore.
Okay, well, should we just have a little trip to the catacombs, gang?
I think,
Yeah.
I think we need to find out how much it's going to cost us to get
Yeah.
across the Ozmit Sea, and then we come back for
Yeah,
some
there might be
some-
nefarious actions.
There might be some creatures in the catacombs that we can, fight against and get some gold.
That's how
Mhm.
these
Maybe.
things work.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
catacombs definitely is a place where bad things live. Probably.
Exactly.
But just to make sense, so obviously the catacombs are holding, the dearly deceased and all the rest of them.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
in the event that any of these have risen up, rather than reuniting to their families, your plan is to cut them down.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying there might be other creatures in
I
there.
just want to make sure.
There might be other things in there. There might be, I don't know. In my head, when you say catacombs, I'm thinking of like in Skyrim when you go into like one of
Yeah.
those things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you have there's treasure at the end of it. So you never know.
You're stuck
I
for
mean-
50 hours.
So, if you wanted to make your way over to the catacombs, then yeah, absolutely, you could head towards the kind of gated entrance to the kind of entrance and the entrance to the catacombs. Excuse me, and then yeah, you could speak to one of the grave watchers who are manning the gate.
Right now, let's just bear in mind that the Crown Guard were here beforehand, so the Grave Watchers may be on the lookout for us.
But I
They
also
are
have
We're
trust
squares,
and
not circles.
Oh,
to
that's right. That's
them,
right.
so-
we on our capes we need to draw like little squares. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, we're the squares. See, look at the symbol. No, you
Oh,
look
circles. I fucking hate those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's what we do. This is a good plan. We get another cape and then put like a circle symbol on it, and then leave it on the ground somewhere. It's like, aha, see? That's the cape of the circles. See, that's the evidence that the circles are a completely different thing.
But
This
it's
all
just actually
tracks.
one of our capes, and one of us is just missing a cape from
Yeah.
now on. Because we don't have money to buy a new cape.
Oh, man.
So what are you up to?
I think Cut's right that we need to find out how much it's going to cost to get across.
Right, so back to the
Yeah.
port.
The Port of Vermont encompasses the massive inlet for the southwest shore of the city. The canals of the Ozmit waterway begin here. Hundreds of ships fill the port at any given time, carrying goods to and from other districts of the city, primarily the markets of Avdar's Promenade. So ships are available to hire here for the cost of 50 gold pieces per traveler. In the dock at the
Per
moment,
traveler.
Per
Yes.
fucking hell.
So in the dock at the moment is the 92-foot long Iron Brood, but the D is silent as always. So it's the Iron Brew is currently docked here and available to hire, helmed by Captain Mac and their disgruntled first mate Nessie. who recently robbed the Knights of enjoying the delights of the city. Yes, Nessie was robbed. Shout out to you, Mr. Mac 92. So the Iron Brew is available at your disposal for 50 gold pieces each. Now, I understand you are quite short of coin, but you have potions on you, do you not?
I can
Is,
that for
is
you,
Sky
or-
still in disguise?
Yeah. So until she decides to take off the disguise, then yes, you're indeed
Yeah.
a fancy man about town.
'Cause I think she needs to be the face of all of us right now.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I'm given a good script for my character.
Right, so we have let's
As
see,
a
we got-
core.
Yes.
all right, we got 10 regular potions, and
Okay.
2
So-
greater potions.
So you could probably resell the potions if you wanted to for like face value.
Yeah,
if we
but we're
each
gonna
l-
need those.
Yeah.
We also have the egg fragments, which
No, we're not selling those.
We're
Come
not
on.
selling the egg fragments.
well,
That's
what do
probably
we
gonna land you
do
more
with
trouble.
them?
That's, yeah, look, we
Yeah,
Where'd you get this
cannot
from?
sell the egg fragments.
We also have 10 white dragon scales. Just throwing that out though.
Okay, so you know from speaking to the vendor who you were able to speak to in Abdal's Promenade that the scales will net you 10 or 1 gold a piece for each scale.
1 gold a piece.
Yeah, that's why we didn't sell them. It wasn't
Ugh.
worth it.
We could just ask the
Captain
Mac.
Mac.
the captain, yeah, if there's anything we can do to earn our way.
Yeah.
They might have, or even at our destination, get them something.
Sky,
yeah.
you're up.
Mm.
Go
Excuse
charm
me,
the
may I
cat.
speak to your manager, please? Or whoever
Oh,
runs
God.
the Sky vessel.
So Sky has adopted the role of Karen in this situation.
We're doomed, guys.
Okay, so the first mate Nessie, they grumble and they stomp off for a bit, and then a couple minutes later, Captain Mac does come down, resplendent in tartan, no doubt.
What time of day is it?
It's round about mid-morning.
Oh, okay. Well, good morning, my fine chap. I hope the day finds you well. How are you, sir?
Hi, how are you? The conversation will stop short, I'm sure.
We are fantastic. We were just strolling by. We looked at your fine vessel here, and
He holds up his wrist, he holds up his hand and says, 50 gold apiece.
But is there anything we can do, dear sir, to be able to assist you in the future? Because we have a lot of contacts, you see. We could help you out. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That kind of thing.
We'll spread word of the what's the name of the boat, by the way?
The Iron Brew.
Yeah, the
We'll
Iron
spread
Brew.
word of the Iron Brew to all the lands we travel to. Exposure. We'll pay you an exposure.
And we have
Sky,
gifts. Yes.
Sky, I'm a brewer. Like, Scottish lads love beer. Maybe I can hook them up with an exclusive deal. See how that
Yes.
floats his boat.
We all have exclusive talents here, and I think one of them might be right up your street. We have a lovely brewmaker with us, and I'm sure she will be more than happy to sort you out. It's the finest of alcoholic beverages. Maybe you get in the evening, get a little drinky winkies in there, we can help you out. What'd you say?
So, I know you're up. What you're saying?
So I'm sure you know of my brewery, the Scared Oak, and you probably know about Tall Lady Ale. I can hook you up with a one-of-a-kind deal to make sure that all your vessels are fully stocked for all of your journeys.
Okay, so he takes a moment to think on this, and he said, "How long an arrangement are we talking?"
Like, we can do a 2-year contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
To
so
get
we're
all of
gonna.
I'll
us
draw it
across.
up. I can,
Badger's like famed lawyer over here.
I got a bottle of ink and some parchment.
Badger
was
slides up
trained-
and says, "Have you had an
crossed
accident that wasn't your
paths
fault?"
I crossed paths with a man of the law once. One hoops.
So
The hoops are for who?
Captain Mac turns to you, Sky, and says, "Is that his way of saying he's been in jail before?"
No. He knows how to, prevent jail sentences. A lawyer, after all, helps you out. And I also can offer entertainment services in the evening, for free of charge to get the punters in on the trip. I'm a bard by trade.
So yeah, after taking all this in board, and obviously, he turns to you, Anna, and says, "Well, how fast can you stock the ship? Because we leave tonight."
I can call around and I can get a delivery. Yeah, by tonight for at least this journey, and then from there out, we can make sure that you are met at every port thereafter.
Hula through the chat. This is Mr. Mako Pack Rules Twitch. I agree.
Sounds legit.
I mean, the captain said it himself. I mean, what else do you want? I think he said he's cool with it. So,
okay, so the way this will work then, let's think about this. So, if you're going to do a 2-year contract, what we'd have to do is, so are you just taking this off the top of the books, Iona?
I mean, it's my brewery. I can do what I want.
Absolutely.
oh no, there's gonna be some point. Like we're gonna get the third piece of the sacred deity, and then Vitz is gonna be like, and a letter arrives to Iona saying that Sacred Oaks Brewery has closed down. It's out of business now.
It turns out they drink
And,
a
like-
lot of beer on that boat.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in fucking 14 weeks' time. We're gonna get this. It's gonna bite us in the ass.
So, Captain Max says, okay, in order to do this, everything has to go through the palace, right? So it's going to have to be sanctioned through those.
For fuck's sake, why does everything have to go through the palace? You know, that's just adding extra trouble. You know, you, me, right now, we can strike a deal.
He asks his first mate Nessie what he thinks, and he's still got a headache from being robbed last night. And he says, I need some coin. I got kids to feed. 50 gold pieces.
All right, we're off to the cemetery
Hold
district.
up. We're providing free entertainment. Then the punters will come in. They'll keep buying the best booze in the land. You're going to be raking it in. We're talking
said
about
one of you's coming on the ship.
transportation.
We've
Wow.
already got 4 of the passengers already bought and paid for.
Fine. You're missing out though.
So are we saying that you're selling 7 of your regular healing potions then?
No, I
Yeah.
don't think that's what we're saying at all.
350 gold.
Yeah, because they're 50 gold a piece, right? So we can say you can sell them at face value because they are still uncorked and all the rest of it. So, but to be fair, like even throughout the your journey through the Athenaeum, you weren't really relying on potions, were you? You were relying on healing spells or Pavatos, good berries and things like that. Good
Yeah, I
berries
mean,
not a
we've got-
euphemism, chat gang. That's an actual spell he uses to gain 10 HP back every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we're selling.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do the thing.
Watch us get arrested trying to sell these potions.
Right, I'm taking 1 potion off everyone. Right, I've sold the potions. They have been removed from the inventory.
And Vince is like, no. You have to go find a vendor first.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, we went to the market district, we sold them, came back. We come back and we see the Iron Brew like far in the distance on the horizon.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, we lost bits.
We've lost bits.
Oh,
All right, we
no.
can do what we want. The ending square.
Chaos rule.
Oh god.
We steal the ship.
Yeah. We sneak on board.
This is our Twitch channel now.
Yes, we're back. Sorry about that.
Right, while you were
So-
gone, Vitz, we
Uh-huh.
convinced Mac to give us 100 gold for each potion, and it's all good.
No. Right, so
And then we bought them back.
Yeah.
you do
We
have
bought them
7,
back at
like
half
at least 7 regular potions, right?
Yeah. So everyone has got 1 regular potion, apart from Cut, who has a greater healing potion, and Pavato doesn't have any potions on him.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, all good?
all good.
Okay, fine. So, With the Temple of the Raven Queen, Byron Hawthorne, and their agents on your mind, you hire the services of the Iron Brute and their crew for passage across the Ozmit Sea. The voyage across the sea can be a dangerous one, as some of the ethnic squares are all too familiar with. While you're all curious as to whether Byron Hawthorne's influence extends to the continent of Isilra, you board the ship in high spirits after your recent victory in the Temple of the Knowing Mistress.
In high spirits after we
Let's get out of
basically
here.
had to leave the city, failed to negotiate. Ugh.
So, as you're storing your supplies in the cargo hold, Captain Max explains that you aren't the only travelers aboard the Iron Brew. He imagined they will keep mostly to themselves, as they took to their cabins a few hours ago. The ship disembarks from the docks and smoothly sails out onto the Ozmit Sea. The next few days of travel go by without incident, although Neo insists on being in the crow's nest to keep an eye out for any
I hope
danger.
one of the other travelers is the bloody archaeologist.
Yeah, it was good.
Well,
He just needs to get away. He needs to go on holiday, right? He's just
He
throwing
comes out
coins at the
for
man.
his
Just take
snack
me
and
away.
just-
Imagine like we go below deck and we just lock eyes with him and he's just like, no.
Jumped off the boat.
All right, and so you haven't seen too much of your fellow travelers on this journey. Feeling suspicious that not all is right, Neo takes the initiative to go solo to their cabins and knocks twice sharply on the door. There's no response. Neo and then summons the ethnic squares to the deck to inform you of her findings, and grouped together, that's when the travelers throw off their cloaks to unveil the brand of the clasp and look to spring and
Oh,
attack.
right, that is it.
And
So you're telling
that-
so fucking Mr. Mac, fucking Captain Mac is harboring fugitives.
Yes.
Hey, they paid gold.
So,
Okay.
well, we basically did too. Right.
So we've been going for an hour, and that is where we're going to leave it. So we'll pick up next time with the battle, where we will go on board and face whatever fun
Ooh.
facts these are. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. Apologies for the technical issues, but what's a stream on twitch.tv/Patel without a few of those? Let's find someone to raise. FNH Paul is live. I think that's a great shout. So
What is
why
he
don't we do
playing?
that?
Oh, he's playing
It's
Halo.
24-hour charity stream thing, I think.
It's a
Oh,
birthday
nice.
stream.
Raid and then FNH Paul. Great stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, apologies for the various issues that we have for what's a stream of mine without a few of those.
And I'm
so
sorry
we
that
should
I
be
fell
back.
asleep and was late.
So we will see you next time. So take care and see you soon. Stay nerdy. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.